Now we're learning that Ginni Thomas actually was participating with Mark Meadows, or at least encouraging Mark Meadows. She's the wife of a Supreme Court justice, the wife of the only Supreme Court justice, by the way, who voted no on turning Trump's papers over to the January 6th committee. Clarence Thomas was the only no vote. Now, you would think that he would have recused himself, given that his wife was right in the middle of this. She was one of the organizers of the rally, or participated in helping, bring people to the rally. That she was, I mean, this is crazy, right? But he didn't recuse himself, and frankly, I think he needs to be impeached. You can impeach Supreme Court justices. It's never been successfully done. Only one has been impeached in the House, not removed in the Senate. And that was back in the 1790s, as I recall, maybe the 1810s, right around that time. 1800, plus or minus 10 years. But Sarah Lipton-Lubay is the executive director of Take Back the Court Action Fund. And she points out, quote, given that Justice Thomas has already made known he won't recuse himself from cases related to his wife's right-wing activism and the damning evidence of his wife's involvement in this attack on our democracy, Thomas is clearly unfit to serve on the nation's highest court. Clarence Thomas must immediately resign from his seat on the Supreme Court. If he refuses, she adds, Congress must move to impeach him. And one member of Congress so far, and I'm guessing we will hear from more soon, this is Representative Ilhan Omar, the Democrat from Minnesota, and one of the really great members of the U.S. House of Representatives. She has said it's time for Thomas to be impeached. And I'm completely with her on that. Sarah Lipton-Lubet of Take Back the Court Action Fund said, actually, this is Mehdi Hassan on MSNBC. He said, what would Republicans be doing if they held a House majority and, say, Justice Sonia Sotomayor's spouse had supported attempts to block a duly elected Republican president from taking office, and Sotomayor refused to recuse herself from related cases? Well, we know what they would be doing. They would be calling for blood. In one of these 29 messages that the news outlets have seen, and by the way, these are not necessarily all of the messages between Thomas and Mark Meadows. This is one from November 10th. This is after the election. Quote, help this great president stand firm, Mark. You are the leader with him who is standing for America's constitutional governance at the precipice. The majority knows Biden and the left is attempting the greatest heist in our history. This is the wife of a Supreme Court justice. Meadows wrote to her on November 24th, this is a fight of good versus evil. Right. There's 21 of these messages from Thomas to Meadows, 8 from Meadows to Thomas. Ginni Thomas again, she says, the Biden crime family and ballot fraud co-conspirators are being arrested and detained for ballot fraud right now and over coming days, and will be living in barges off Gitmo to face military tribunals for sedition. Are you getting it that this is a woman who is on the board of multiple multi-million-dollar right-wing foundations and organizations, who is helping to shape the political discourse in the United States and has been for decades, and who is the wife of a Supreme Court justice? Talking about the Biden crime family being put on a barge off Gitmo? And then Bob Woodward this morning on Morning Joe says, well, Democrats do this kind of stuff too. Really? She goes on to say, House and Senate guys are pathetic too. Only 4 Republican House members seen out in the street rallying with grassroots. Where the heck are all those who benefited by the president's coattails? Yeah. She also was apparently a big fan of Sidney Powell, the Kraken lawyer, this crazy right-wing lawyer who was promoting these bizarre theories. I mean, she was out there talking about how there were watermarks on the ballots in Arizona that proved that they were printed on bamboo paper in China. I mean, seriously, and in fact, that watermark thing is one of the things that Ginni Thomas retweeted or texted to Mark Meadows about. She says, Sidney Powell and improved coordination will now help the cavalry come and fraud exposed and America saved. She also tells Mark Meadows, you need to listen to Rush, Mark Stein, Bongino, Cleta. And Meadows replies, I will stand firm. We will fight until there is no fight left. Right. On November 24th, Ginni Thomas writes, I can't see Americans swallowing the obvious fraud. She's talking about the election of President Joe Biden. Just going with one more thing with no frickin' consequences, the whole coup, and now this, we just caved to people wanting Biden to be anointed. Many of us can't continue the GOP charade. And she adds, we are living through what feels like the end of America. Most of us are disgusted with the vice president. Oh my God. Most of us are disgusted with the vice president and are in a listening mode to see where to fight with our teams. Amazing times, the end of liberty. This is the wife of a sitting Supreme Court justice. This is beyond, I mean, this is bizarre beyond the pale. I lack words to describe it. It's just absolutely astonishing.